Welcome back. This time last year, thousands of homes in and around Houston were flooded by Harvey's stormwater. For some, going through it was something that they still deal with today. Joining us now is Sharon Bayus, President and CEO of Innovative Alternatives. Sharon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So we'll start with the first question. Obviously, hurricane season will trigger some emotions to come up, and folks will go through that once again, go through those feelings. Tell us about that.
They've actually been going through it ever since. Every time it rains, people are going to feel the rapid heartbeat, the anxiety. There are several people that are still living in their campers in their driveways, even in places like Friendswood, where you think, you know, people are affluent. And so if there's a delay in the insurance, they're still in this kind of twilight zone of being stuck with no repairs and everybody else is going on, and so they're dealing with all that all the time. It's just been hard that it was such a massive storm to get to help everyone, and then people don't necessarily pay attention to those emotional symptoms because they're dealing with so many logistics. And so family conflict now is going to be a big issue. That's going to be the next casualty of Harvey, will be marriages, acting out teenagers, and teachers need to expect a lot of kids acting out every time it rains. Very hard.
What are some of the symptoms that you can maybe let folks know this is what you need to look for? Because there are a lot of people that they're busy. They have to run their daily lives. They have to get the kids to school, and then dealing with recovery. So what are some of the symptoms that you can tell them, listen, take a second and just think about it?
Well, they're going to have that hypervigilance when they have any trigger associated with the storm. So that could be raining at night when they had to wait out of their homes. It can be the electricity going off from thunder or lightning at any point in time. A lot of people were, even grown men were reporting anxiety symptoms just with the sound of their shower.
Wow.
And so anything like that that's obvious, but then you have, like I said, some conflict. You have, if you pay attention to your children, you'll notice they're acting out and they're fighting, their misbehavior with you at home, maybe during storms. Then we have another layer of trauma on top of that, where kids are going back to school after knowing about the Santa Fe shooting, which is re-triggering some of the trauma in the Harvey storm. So we just have so much that we've gone through in our area that adults need to watch alcohol intake, because addiction is often secondary to having trauma symptoms. People tend to self-medicate the anxiety symptoms with alcohol. And so if your family is starting to have those kinds of issues or conflict, or you feel like your marriage has never had this kind of difficulty, there are programs that people don't know about. Most people know mediation is, and they know it for divorce, but they don't know there are family reconciliation mediation programs.
And there are lots of programs that you got that they can check in with you, and here's your information. And I'm sorry we're running out of time.
That's okay.
We could go on and on for hours, I'm sure, Sharon. Thank you so much. Innovative Alternatives, you can reach them with the number on your screen. If you are feeling this way, definitely reach out for help. Sharon, thank you so much. You can find all this info and a replay of the segment at clicktohouston.com. We'll be right back.
It's the final